Good morning, everybody. It is Lisa from True North Online Academy, and maybe it's not morning where you where you're at, but wanted to talk to you very quickly about our new dual degree program at True North Online Academy. So basically, what this program allows your student to do is to earn an accredited high school diploma as well as an accredited bachelor's degree. It is different from dual credit. So you guys are probably really familiar with dual credit, where your student enrolls in a community college or the state university near you, and they take one or two classes. And then when they transfer to a college at 18 or 19, they hope that those credits can transfer with them so that they have a little bit of a head start on some of their college credits. Now, some states, excuse me, like Ohio, Florida, et cetera, Minnesota, there's others, they have a PSEO program or an associate's program built into their high school program. So students can literally graduate from high school with an accredited associate's degree. Having any kind of degree is better than having random dual credits because you are always at the mercy of the school that you transfer to as to whether or not they will take those credits. That's kind of a whole different discussion. But I wanted to focus on our dual degree program. It is not a dual credit program. So we are not offering classes where you can just take one-off classes or 5 or 10 classes for dual credit and then transfer those to another school. This is a degree program. So while you're in high school at True North Online Academy, you can also earn an accredited college degree. These colleges have been around for decades. One of them has been around for over 150 years. They're fully accredited. So this is an actual accredited bachelor's degree. We're offering a couple of different degrees, 2 in business, 1 in psychology, 1 interdisciplinary program, and we'll offer others possibly in the future as well. We've had some questions already about this program because listen, this is a paradigm shift. This is a different kind of program than you're probably used to hearing. I think we're the only one who's offering this program where you can take a combination of live online classes and self-paced classes to earn an actual accredited bachelor's degree. I literally think we are the one doing it. So you probably haven't heard about it before. It is a paradigm shift. It took me a little bit of time to wrap my own brain around it and go, is this real? Now, for those of you who don't know my husband's and my background, I want to give you 2 minutes of background just as an explanation. My husband has 3 graduate degrees, a master's in theology, a master's in clinical psychology, and a PhD in clinical psychology. I have 2 master's degrees, 1 in human development and 1 in marriage and family therapy. So we have 5 graduate degrees between us, 7 total, and we're really committed to higher education. We've spent our entire adult lives working in education, teaching, creating programs. This has been our vocation as a couple and personally. So we're really committed to education. Why would we be offering this program at this point? Because education is in free fall. Education is changing really radically. We're in the 4th industrial revolution, and all of those institutions that we've relied on and counted on and trusted in the past are in flux. And we saw that really with a microscope in 2020, and it's not changing. Again, it's the 4th industrial revolution. I've talked about this a lot on the podcast. If you want more resources, let me know and I'll shoot some of those resources to you. So education is changing really rapidly. And the education that I got when I went to college, or maybe you got when you went to college, is different. And it's different for many, many reasons. I don't want to go into that, but I did a video on that. It's called The College Dilemma. If you want that video, let us know and we'll send it to you. But I wanted to answer some of the questions that we've been getting about the dual degree program. Number one, who is this dual degree program for? Let me start with this. It is not for everybody. It's not. It's not designed to be for everybody, and we don't want it to be for everybody. If it's not for you, we don't want you to try to get into the program. Listen, if your kid is a STEM student and they want to go into bioengineering and they have their sights set on Purdue University or Stanford or an Ivy League or the military academy or any of those kind of, goals and focuses, this program is not going to work for them. It's not designed for those kind of students. The kind of students that it's designed for are those who are entrepreneurs, those students who might already be working or have a business already, and they value the piece of paper that a college degree affords them. It is for students who want to go to graduate school sooner than later, with as little debt as possible. And if you've been listening to me for any length of time, you know that I've been saying this for literally years. If your student is going to go to graduate school, if they're going to go to veterinary school or medical school or into any kind of mental health program, anything that requires a graduate degree, they need to get through their undergrad as quickly and as with little to no debt as possible. This allows students to do that. Now, I've had so many questions. Can my student go to grad school at 19? Well, yeah. Yes, they can. That's the exciting part. Now, they have to have the package put together. They have to have the test scores. So if they're going to school, they have to have the MCAT done and they need the highest test scores possible. They need to have their complete, robust application packet put together. Absolutely, they need to do all those things. But can they go to grad school at a young age? Yes. Yes, they can. And this program allows them to get to that. So if you have a student who wants to go to graduate school with no debt and sooner than later, and listen, if your student can go to graduate school at 19 or 20 instead of 23, 24, 25, and graduate from graduate school at 23 or 24 or 25 instead of 28, 29, or 30, that's going to change their life. And if they can do it with no undergraduate debt, that's going to give them so many more possibilities. This program is for those kids who want to maximize their time and are pretty focused. They want to get out into the world. They want to start making money. They have plans for buying a house or starting a business or whatever sooner than later. This is a great program for those kids. And again, it's for those kids who are working already. We have kids who are already doing modeling, or they're doing some acting, or they are doing really serious sports where they're traveling for those sports and getting paid in endorsements and those kind of things. This is a perfect program for those students. So a couple other questions that we've been getting. If you're already taking classes at True North Online Academy, can you get dual credit for those classes and can you switch into the dual degree program? Absolutely. We've had several students who did that this summer. They'd already paid for one class or a bundle of classes at True North Online Academy, and they wanted to upgrade to the dual degree program. So what they did is they just called me. I looked at what they'd already paid, the difference, and we just worked out a payment plan. No problem. So they upgraded the classes that they were in. They switched around some classes so that they could take some more of the specific dual degree classes, and they just paid the difference. Now, do you have to take only dual degree program classes? Well, we've had several students who are really committed to finishing certain classes. Like we've had kids who are already in the ASL program and want to finish ASL 2 or 3. So they just paid for those high school level classes. No problem. Are they going to count towards the dual degree? No, they're not at this point. But honestly, we're really about education at True North Online Academy. And so if your student is feeling called or led or excited or enthused about a certain class or program, we want them to keep going there, and we'll help you figure out how to manage all that with time. One of the big differences between the dual degree program and a typical high school program is that typically a high schooler student would take 6 credits a year. Now, with PE and music and stuff, it's probably going to be a little bit more than that, but 6 academic classes is pretty typical. With the dual degree program, students are taking 10 classes per year. That might seem like, whoa, that is so overwhelming, but let me put it in perspective. We're a combo program. So 6 of those classes are going to be live online and 4 of them are going to be self-paced. They can take them over the course of the school year. They can take them in the summer, but they're classes like fitness, baking, leadership, career exploration, and some of those classes we do offer as live online classes. They could do a combo if they wanted to, but not all of the classes are going to be like hardcore academics, like Algebra 2, okay? And if you think back to your own college experience, you took those classes too, right? Anybody else take a yoga class or a ballroom dancing class, or any of those classes? You have to fill in the gen eds, and that's exactly what we're doing at True North Online Academy. So we're going to help your kids manage a schedule that is literally manageable for them. Okay. So if you're interested in upgrading from the program that you're already in at True North to a dual degree program, absolutely, let's talk about that. Now, if you're taking classes at another program, one of the other online classes, other online programs, or you're doing Curriculum at home, can those classes count for dual degree? No, they can't. So they have to be True North Online Academy classes coupled with self-paced and then some of the college, from the other universities and those kind of things. So we can't transfer in classes that you've taken with another institution or that you've done on your own at home. So we are also getting a lot of questions. My student is a 10th, 11th, or 12th grader. Could this possibly work for them? Because I wish I'd heard about this 3 years ago. We've been getting those kind of questions for the last 2 months. And here's the deal. Yes, you can. So if you have a 10th, 11th, or 12th grader, they can absolutely jump into this program and they can get credit for any of the True North classes that they are already taking that have counted towards the dual degree program. But a lot of our kids who are starting a little bit later are going to take a super senior year and even a second year possibly after that. Does that mean they'll be in all the live online classes at True North with 13 and 14-year-olds? No, it doesn't. Again, this is a combination of live online classes and self-paced classes. So if you want to talk about that, definitely reach out. Let's have a chat about it because your older high school student can still benefit from this dual degree program. And yeah, again, they can just take a super senior year. Additionally, if you have a kiddo who doesn't know what they want to do after high school and they're thinking about taking a gap year or super senior year anyway, this might be a perfect program for them to jump into, especially if they've taken True North classes already. Because listen, if you are a former True North Online Academy student or you've taken some classes with True North, you can upgrade those classes to count for the dual degree program. So any of you guys who have kids who've already graduated and they've taken a boatload of classes from True North Online Academy, we can work with you to just see, like, is it possible for them to graduate in a year or two? And I would bet that they could. I actually would, especially those of you who have had kids who've taken the bulk of their classes from True North. You can upgrade those classes to count retroactively for the dual degree program, which is every kind of like, wow, that is so amazing. We're getting questions. Okay, is this program overwhelming? Is the homework going to be overwhelming? And listen, it's not going to be overwhelming. It is going to be a program that they're going to have to work at. They're going to have to be intentional at. They're going to have to do their homework and do it on time. And they're going to have to take a test at the end of the classes to just show mastery. Now, we are going to get a practice test put together so that the kids can just check it out. These tests are not overwhelming. They are not going to be things that your kids have to practice for hours and hours and hours. We have a study guide that goes with the test. So they're going to be able to do the study guide and take the test. We are really working hard to make sure that this program is accessible to students of all ages and abilities. And another person that this program would be perfect for is a neurodivergent student. So if you have a kid who is just medically fragile or really struggles with traditional kind of academics, but they're smart, this could be a fantastic program for them because we all know that there's always those students who they're just not going to thrive in a traditional high school or college program, but they actually have the academic and intellectual ability to really do well as long as the program is structured to help them manage themselves. And so this is a perfect program for those kids. Also, kids who are medically fragile and have medical issues, again, a perfect program for them because there are components of it where they can kind of go at their own pace. Okay. So the program is not overwhelming as far as work-wise. They're going to have to just apply themselves. They're going to have to decide that they want to do this and just steady as they go. We're going to be doing academic advising with these students. So when they come into the program in the fall, we'll help them out. If they come into the program in January, which students can absolutely join this program in January, 100%. And we'll help them with academic advising at that point too. And then we're going to have regular meetups and a live meetup in the summer. So they're going to have so much opportunity to thrive and to succeed in this program. We're here to help you every step of the way. What if the student changes their mind? So what if they get into this program and they go, I've done it for a year and I don't want to do this. I've decided I want to go to university. I want to go in person and have that in-person college experience. And I don't want to do this. I don't want to graduate early. No problem. We're not going to retroactively go back and give money back because we're paying money to the schools that we're partnering with. And so if you get into the program and you pay the fee for the program, which this year it is just under $10,000, and you get into the program and you pay for it, and then you decide after next year, yeah, this is not my deal, I don't want to do it, then that is okay. And you might say, well, that's a lot of money to experiment. Listen, I live in South Dakota, and our private school here in South Dakota is $17,000 a year. So this is still far less than you would pay for any private school, and your kids have 10 high school credits. Now, when your kids enter the program, what we're doing is we're creating a high school worksheet for them, a college worksheet for them, and a payment schedule. So this is the other question we're getting over and over. Wow, that's a lot of money to start out with for this year. How do I make these payments? Well, or how do I make this this pay? Well, here's what we're going to do. So if you can pay upfront, we're going to give you a discount. And if you want to do a payment plan, it'll just be a little bit more per year. So as you guys know, with our bundle pricing at True North Online Academy, it's 5% off bundle pricing versus the a la carte classes. And we'll do the same thing. If you want to pay upfront, then we're going to give you that 5% bundle pricing. And if you need a payment plan, no problem. We just need to charge a little bit for the admin of that. So we'll work with you as far as payment plans. If you want to pay in a couple lump sums over the course of the year, if you want to do a monthly payment plan, we will work with you because we know that it's an outlay of money. But listen, you're investing in your kids' future, and you're investing in setting them up to succeed in a way that is really taking into account what's going on academically and what's going on societally. So kudos to you because you're looking at what is really the challenge that our kids are facing and how are we going to help them get ahead farther, faster. Okay, the other thing too, at the end of this month, well, True North Online Academy will be fully accredited by Cognia, which is the gold seal of accreditation. It's internationally accepted, and so your kids will have an accredited high school year of work, 10 credits in 1 year, or if they go ahead and graduate with the program, they'll have both an accredited high school diploma and an accredited undergraduate degree, a bachelor's degree, a 4-year degree, 2 accredited diplomas, which is a pretty big deal. Um, so, the other thing we've been hearing, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. It is expensive. Um, let's just be honest. Online classes cost money. We have a very robust learning management system that is both a student information system and a learning management system intertwined. They were built together. And so that is part of why we have a virtual campus, why your kids get into classes and have a virtual classroom. It's not just an assignment center and a grading center. It's a robust program for your kids to really, we as teachers and as admin, we want to really maximize their learning. And so that's why we chose a robust learning management system. We're also teaching solid academic skills. So when your kids graduate from True North Online Academy, if they've done the program with us, they're going to know how to write really, really well. They're going to understand the scientific method. They are going to have logic skills under their belt, and they're going to know how to computate. They're going to be numerically and language literate. Not only that, they're going to have real world tech skills, as well as the skills of how to communicate really well, critical thinking skills, creativity skills, and collaboration skills. These are real world skills your kids need to know as we enter into a global gig economy. And listen, we're already there, right? So your kids are going to live and work in this global gig economy, and we want to prepare them super well so that when they enter the job market, they're able to make really good money. They're able to have the freedom that is available to us. And we also are adding in some real world skills for them in the program. So career exploration, entrepreneurship, etc. It's going to be about who are they and what do they want to do with their life and how to best prepare them to get there. So I hope this has answered some of your questions about our dual degree program. Again, we are super excited about it. It is a cutting edge, I don't think anybody else is doing it kind of program. And we're excited to bring it to you because we really value education, but we also see that education as we know it, as we knew it, the traditional ways of it are just going by the wayside. It's so expensive, and your kids are being exposed to things that are really testing them on levels they might not be prepared to handle. Now, again, is this program for everybody? It's not for everybody. But if you think it might be for you, we would love to chat with you. We'd love to do a one-on-one or a Zoom or a phone call. Let us know, and we hope to talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.